Welcome back to the farm, everybody. We have made it to the end of November. The corn is out, but we're doing a little bit of work here to set the stages for some expansion, and I'll show you why we are doing this. I get to the end here so I can pick up the plow. So you can see up there in the bank, at the end of this harvest season, I went ahead and sold off the combine and the headers because I'm going to go ahead and continue leasing. But if you look over here, we currently have $289,000 worth of dried corn sitting in our corn dryer. But that's only a third of what we have. We have 4,500 bushel that's coming out to 250,000. We still have another 11,900 bushel to dry. On top of that, we have $91,000 worth of pizza, $78,000 worth of popcorn, $14,000 worth of sweet cornbread, $61,000 worth of regular cornbread, and $84,000 worth of clothes. So if my math is correct, that should give us enough money to purchase farmland number 9 here, which is going to be $633,000. That will allow us to expand. So what we have done, and I'll show you right here real quick what I'm working on, and then we're going to fast forward to selling some of the money and hopefully, or making this money and hopefully making this expansion come true. So what I've done is I've taken this dirt road. Oh, I've put down some chickens too. The chickens are back. There they are. We're making some eggs. Sorry about that. My recording stopped incidentally there. But so what I've done is I've put 2 dirt paths all the way through here, and this is where I'm going to put down some sugar beets to start making sugar for our sweet cornbread and pumpkin pie. I have another strip here, so I'll probably put sugar beets on one strip and oats on the second strip this year and bounce them back and forth. I've also moved the secondary driveway here so it lines up more with where the alfalfa fields are down there at the bottom of the hill, and that's going to separate these 2 fields, everything else. And then once we purchase field 9, which I'm going to bring my cursor at, is this field right here. That means I'm thinking about probably just putting oats down on this field here this year, depending on if anything's growing on this field before we buy it, because January is when we should have the money. So after this wheat comes out in the fall, all of this will be merged and this will be one giant cornfield is the plan. So that's what we're working on right now. And so I'm getting this, I'm plowing up what I can, but I don't want to take out the wheat because we can still use the wheat. So I'm getting the rest of it ready, and I'm going to come through to the other side and show you. And then, so yeah, so I got a couple more passes to do here. And then the other field that's across the way, I'm going to go square up the edges because I realize the roads aren't straight. So like the alfalfa fields and stuff, anything that's along the road, we don't get straight edges. So I'm going to go work on straightening those out too. So that's where we're at now. I just wanted to give a quick update. You also notice I'm using the workhorse and I took the duals off. That is because with all of the money we're about to make this winter, we already have our eyes on a new tractor. We're going to go ahead and buy the tractors outright, but we're going to continue to lease we're going to lease combine and forage harvester, just to help on that part of the money issue. So I'm going to finish plowing up the old driveway here, and then you can see up here I've also squared off this field and created a larger grassy area. Because what I'm going to do when we get up here. That just makes it so because the little drainage area here isn't straight. Basically, I'll be able to run. You can see the direction that I ran the plow there and the direction I ran the corn rows. So that's east-west is the direction that we'll run the crops there, and so that'll just make it easier. And then I'll do the same thing over here. Is I'll just once we purchase all of this land, I will just plow up all of this grassland in between, and then the rows will just go straight through all the way to the road. So that's what we're working on now. This is going to be a little bit of year 6 going into year 7, but we're going to be back in January when hopefully we're making enough money to purchase this land without using up all of our dried corn, because I would like to keep some to keep making some sweet cornbread and some butter popcorn, because we do have to keep the income coming. But if we don't, we'll be fine, because we'll still be making pizza and clothes, so we will still have income coming in. I'm going to finish the little bit of plowing I have to do here, and I'll see you guys in January. Alright, we have done our little trick. We have sped up time. It is now near the end of December, and even though, like we say, the max month for dry corn is January, you can see here we've hit that top price, starting to go down, $429,000. It's time to make some money and buy some land, but you've heard me say before that I like to play this game as realistic as possible, but every once in a while I cheat a little bit. Well, this is one of those times that we're going to cheat, because we can also sell off some liquid fertilizer for $25,000, but we have more than 11,000 liters in stock. How do I know that? Well, because I did something over here. So, a while back, one of the things I did off camera is I was tired of having to pay for fertilizer every month. So this mod came out, is actually titled Home Brewed Productions. A lot of people thought it was going to be like a brewery or something, but no. What it does is it takes your slurry and your manure, and if you add water, it turns them into fertilizer. Oh, and by the way, yes, we bought a new truck. So, what we've done is I already have 23,000 gallons in our trailer, and I'm going to go ahead and top it off with a little bit more, and we're going to take that into town and sell it, and then stop by the grain mill and get our dried corn and go sell it, and then we're gonna buy some land. So I'm gonna speed this up, let you guys watch me drive through the dark at night, and let's see where we end up on the money. 2 loads of dry corn and 1 load of liquid fertilizer. Later, we are almost millionaires, so now it is time to purchase some farmland. So we're going to go ahead and knock out this one right here. That's the one we want. No sense in wasting time doing anything else. We're going to go ahead and purchase the soil information as well. And where are we at now? 233,000. So there's one other thing that we need to do quick. If you look here, we're still in January. I can go sell off $45,000 worth of alfalfa hay. We have another $69,000 of dry corn now, but I think I'm going to hang on to that. There was also something else. I thought there was something else down here I saw. But so we're going to take care of that. But if you saw, the Kenworth with 600 horsepower was struggling to pull those 2 trailers that were set at unreal capacity. So I think what we're going to do is buy a new truck real quick, and then we'll go do the rest. Because if you look, we're doing fine. March, we're going to have over $160,000 in pizza. April, we're easily maybe going to be close to $200,000 in popcorn. Actually, yeah, 97 in popcorn, 81 in sweet cornbread, 70 in regular cornbread. So probably at least another $200,000 to $250,000 there. Plus the close in May are over $100,000. So we'll use that to buy. There's some additional equipment we want to buy as well. So now that we've bought our land, let's go in and look at trucks, because what I was using, and I moved it around. I was using this Kenworth T800. It only cost me $26,000, but you can see there it only had 620 horsepower. So there's this Kenworth T660 here that goes up to 650, and a Kenworth W990 that goes up to 565. But what I'm actually looking at, and I can't remember which way it was. I think, yeah. So down here, I have this 2014 Peterbilt that'll go up to 985 horsepower, or this Peterbilt 389 that goes up to 105. There was one other one that I thought I had in here. I might have accidentally deleted it. But there was one in here that I was looking earlier that went up to 1,000 horsepower because it had a logging configuration on it. I might have accidentally deleted that because I think it was a 386. No, it might be that one. So we can go up to 985 horsepower on this one. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to put the deleted engine on it. Since we are in the 2000s, we're going to go ahead and do this. We'll go ahead and do a tag axle. What's the bolt guard look like? Sure, why not? We'll stick with factory stacks. Chicken lights. We'll stick with painted visor. Standard fenders. No side boxes. Don't need to add GPS. So main color right now is on shooting. But what I'm going to look for down here is Massey Ferguson red. And there we go, $166,000. We now have us a new truck. But I'm also going to need a new grain trailer to go with that. I'm looking at a couple of different options here because we're gonna need something to haul sugar beets. And this 53-foot super hopper will, but it's $83,000. We only have 62. So I'm going to sell off a few more things using the pickup and the flatbed, and we will be back. That we're probably going to get that super hopper because I can set that to unreal capacity and it'll hold a little bit more than the one that we were already using. But there's some other equipment we need to buy too, so I'll probably jump back in here in either March or April when we've sold off a few more things and it's time to get the new equipment out and start getting work in the field. Made it to February. We've spent a little bit more money, but we should be at our top price for our pizza now. So let me double check. I think I timed this right. So yeah, pizza normal type price is $80.64. We're at $82.79, going back down right now. So we need to go over here and find our pizza and spawn this all out. And I found a new truck. It's new to me. It's a 1982. This is actually a TLX, so it's a fictional brand for the game, but it has an auto load trailer that actually recognizes all of the productions from the game, so I don't have to lift any of this stuff up by hand anymore. Some more. All spawned. Good thing I stopped my time when I had the chance. Well, I'm going to go ahead and speed this up and get this sold because I have a coffee attack going on. And I'll drink some water and I will be back to show you what we're going to do with this money. Alright, we're into March now, $248,000 in the bank. So to show you guys what we're going to do with this money, so the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to go in here and buy this plot of land, number 27 right here behind the car wash, for $121,000. What we're going to end up doing with that is I found a warehouse that I'm going to put down to help store some of our items. So like my cornbread, I don't just have to keep throwing it off to the side. So we're going to put down a warehouse that's going to help store some of our items. So that's the first purchase. Now we have $126,000 left. It is March. We need to start getting some tillage and some planting done. So the other thing we need, I did sell off the cultivator because I had a plan in store for a new one. So let's go in here Actually, let me double check. I'm sure I can do this, but now I'm doubting myself. Okay, we got 330 horsepower on the cat, so we should be good. I'm gonna go over here, and there should be a landall. Vertical tillage. Yep, landall 33-foot VT right here. I could go unrealistic and get this big old one over here, but I don't have 400 horsepower, so we're going to get this landall VT. That's going to be a mulcher and a disc for us, and that is what we are going to use to get some cultivating done. We are down to $44,000, so now I'm curious. I think if I remember right, these warehouses show up in silos. I don't remember how much they cost, so we might have to sell a couple more things before we can actually put up the warehouse, but it's going to make things a lot easier. So we have a central warehouse here that will hold 5,000 liters of each of everything. It's $15,000. We have this central warehouse here that's 125, and it says it'll hold 50,000 liters per variety. And I'm letting the thing scroll through to see if it's gonna. The only thing is it doesn't have the Alma, Missouri map items on here, so it doesn't have our butter popcorn and stuff like that on there, so I don't know if it's gonna work. Let me see if there is one with the map, maybe. If not, we'll figure this out, but we're gonna put a warehouse back here, hopefully to store stuff, and if not, I'll go back and use that one that I was using on the farm at the very beginning of the series that I was storing the wool in. The wool and the eggs. There's a pallet storage, but you have to use the special product transporter. Well, that doesn't make any sense. This is the one I was using though, so it might work. Oh, here we go. We have a pallet and bale warehouse here that will hold 8 million pieces, and it's only 50,000. So we need a little bit more money to make that happen, but that's all going to go back here. So I got to go see. What's this one hold? 200 pieces. 200 pieces. Yeah, that's not worth it. Let's see if we got anything else we can sell right now. Here's more warehouses. That one holds 2,000, 56,000 bushel. I need something bigger than that. Yeah, liquid storage. That's still too small. Got so many mods, I tell you. Is there anything else that we can sell right now? Let's see. We have $50,000 worth of ketchup. We're not using all of that. We do have butter popcorn is sneaking back up. So is our sweet cornbread and our cornbread. And then in May, $130,000 of clothes there. Got $40,000 worth of wool. So I might sell off a couple of things real quick to make that happen, so we can put down the, well, look, $142,000 worth of liquid fertilizer here in March. So we might sell some of that off quick and put down a warehouse, and then we're going to get into the field and get some work done. So I'm going to go take care of that off the screen, and we will be back to finish off this map with a little bit of field work, and then selling off the last of our productions. All right, March is moving right along, and we have our planter now. I was going to put oats on one of these plots and then sugar beets on the other, but I think I decided I'm going to do sugar beets on both, because I just realized that I can make chocolate out of the dairy with sugar as well. So we're going to take advantage of this first first year and get as much sugar as we can. But we did get some stuff moved around. You can see we're already making chocolate, so we did get some stuff moved around into this warehouse. So that is up and running. We are still watching the markets because butter popcorn is supposed to hit its top price again here in April, and you can see it's going back up. Sweet cornbread is actually right around its top price as well as a regular cornbread, so we got to keep an eye on those. And then we still have our clothes that we're going to sell in May, and then with that money, that should give us enough money to put down our sugar mill. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the planter here. But one thing that I noticed already, I'm going to try it again, is this planter is not cooperating with my GPS. So we're going to have to do some old-fashioned stuff here. Let me see if it tells me. It doesn't tell me. Of course it's not going to tell me what button I need to push to put my marker. Well, it's going to show me the line, but it's not going to let me set my GPS, so we'll just turn that off. But we're going to get some sugar beets in the ground here. This is our new white planter. It is a 1631 split row, and it is a true split row. You saw there, it is going to allow me to do 15-inch rows as well as 30-inch rows. So I will be able to do my wheat with this planter as well as my sugar beets and my corn. But yeah, we're going to get some sugar beets in here. And then once we get the rest of the items sold here in April and May, we are going to move forward and put a sugar mill up over near where we just put the warehouse down on that same plot of land we purchased over there in the town. So things are moving along great. We are into year 7. We are into the 2000s. If you didn't notice by the Peterbilt, if you didn't notice by, oh yeah, the new Challenger MT 595 tractor, the white 9800 planter, the Landall VT, we are gonna make full use of our year 2000s equipment. One of the things there's one more purchase we need to make. We have the VT, the vertical till tool, but we're going to get a field cultivator to go with that. So my plan now moving forward is, now that we are purchasing our land and the money is flowing like milk and honey, we are going to start vertical tilling in the fall as soon as harvest is done, and then over the winter we're going to throw down lime on every field every year to keep our yields up, and then in the spring I'll come through with the field cultivator. I can put a roller on the back of that, make us a nice good seed bed, and then we'll be ready to plant. And then of course we also bought a pole behind sprayer. You can see there are no fertilizer tanks on this planter, so we did buy a pole behind sprayer to take care of that portion. So I think I guess I left the license plate on the planter. Usually I take those off. Anyway, I'm gonna go back down and do this row from this end because I'm right there on the edge of the path to where it's gonna overlap on me a little bit. But year 7 has begun. We will catch probably back up probably around the time to start doing probably about the time that we take out the wheat and start putting that big field together, getting into harvest again. That's probably when we'll catch you guys back up with the next episode. But we're moving along great. Just finished getting our sugar beets in here today. And then we have April, we'll get the corn in the ground. We got the 2 corn, we're going to do the 2 fields of corn again. And then in May, alfalfa should be ready. So we're going to be busy. But that's the life on the farm, and things are going great. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget my 3 magic buttons, like, subscribe, and notifications if you have not done so already. And we'll see you next time here on Moose Farms.